Hello, friends, and welcome to another video lesson from DBOS Talks. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click subscribe and click the bell so that you can be notified of new uploads. This video is in the playlist called Handling Strings in SQL, and here we'll be learning how or what a string is all about. What is a string? So across different programming languages and including in SQL itself, a string is the term given to one or more characters used to represent text data. So it's a kind of data. Okay, it can include letters, numbers, special characters, and or spaces. So sometimes a string may have spaces, but it is still considered as one object. Okay, I'll show you how. So first we'll be looking at a hard-coded string. So you will see if you have been watching my videos in the other playlists, including this one, then you might have heard and seen what a hard-coded value is all about. Okay, so note that a hard-coded string must be enclosed in a pair of single quotes, something like this. GGG, 1, 2, 3. So that's a string, okay? So we will have a look at what a string is all about. So first, let me just get this out of the way so that you can see the importance of enclosing a string. A string in single quotes. So let's just say you're a beginner and you are new to the concept of string as a data. Okay, so you're saying to yourself, hello is a string, it's a bunch of characters. But then if I will select this and try to display this using SQL, select hello, which is a string, I gave it an alias from dual table, it will actually throw me an error and it will say invalid identifier because it is thinking that hello could be a column name. Okay, so what you would do if you really were intending to display this as a string, then you will have to enclose that string in a pair of single quotes. Then this will work now. All right, so it displayed the value hello, which is a string, a hard-coded value, and this one is simply to display an alias. An alias as a column header. Okay, so that's one thing that you need to know when you're using strings, especially hard-coded ones. So that's the first example. You are okay, I'll give it a comment here. This is a hard-coded string, which is in uppercase. Now let's try another example. So a hard-coded string in mixed case. It can be lowercase also, okay? So let's say this is lowercase. So all lowercase, small letters. So select hello as str from dual. So again, the purpose of this select statement is not really getting data from this dual table. It is an Oracle table, a pseudo table, perhaps you can call it that. The purpose is to display a hard-coded text. Okay, so in the first example, a string in uppercase. The second example, a string in lowercase. And in the next example, you can actually have a mixed case. Okay, so that's also a string. You can also have alphanumeric. That's also a string. All right. So we've seen a couple of examples to understand what a string is all about. Now let's try at string or character values from an actual table. So select asterisk from employees. So this is the same table I've been using in all my, in most of my videos in the past. Okay, so select asterisk from employees. These are the different column values of the table of employees. And actually, if you will do a describe or shift F4 of the employees table, it will show you the table structure. And now that we're learning about string, bear in mind that in Oracle, there are a few data types which are tied to a string. You have car, which is for another conversation. You have car, you have varchar, and you have varchar2. But just to make it simple, you can focus on learning about varchar2. You can Google it, you can ask your AI what's the difference, and they will give you the nitty-gritty on those. But the most versatile text data type that you really want to use on a daily basis is varchar2. All right, so we are seeing at least the first four columns here we know are varchar2 data type. First four columns of the table employees. So MID, surname, given name, and middle name. They are all varchar2, as well as the others, but I'm just focusing on the first four. So if you look here, this is varchar2. This is alphanumeric, if you can see. This is varchar2. This is literal, all letters, literal, literal. All right. So we will focus on those things. Now we can use a more specific select statement. All right. So select, instead of doing a select asterisk, which pulls all the columns of the table, I am just zooming in on the first four columns of the table employees, so that you can have a better look at what are the examples of strings. All right. So select MID, surname, given name, middle name from employees. So like I said, these are examples of strings, and the data type attached to it is usually varchar2. So if we look at the description, I mean the table structure. So this is the table structure of employees table, and these are the columns, and these are the corresponding data types of those columns. Example, if MID has a data type of varchar2, the 10 byte is referring to the length. So meaning this column can allow a value with a maximum length of 10 characters. That's the meaning of that. Because one character is approximately 1 byte, which is approximately 8 bit binary digit. All right. So if there are two ways, at least two ways, having string data. One is hard-coded, the other one is getting those values from columns. So we have seen both examples, right? We earlier on in the video, you have seen hard-coded values. How do we know they're hard-coded? Because we put those strings in there, and then they were enclosed in a pair of single quotes. So that's a hard-coded value right there. And the other way is to get those values from a table, like in this case, wherein I've shown you the table has certain columns with a data type of varchar2. Those for sure are strings. So a string can be any character at all. It can be a letter, number, special character. It can even be a space. All right. If I will just go back to that first example I gave you, you can have a good look. So let's say here, all right. So if you look at this is also a string, the one that is between or being enclosed by the pair of single quotes, beginning from here and until here, the one inside this pair of single quotes. So you can see I can put uppercase letters there. I can put a special character like a space. I can put lowercase letters, a special character like a punctuation mark, like a period or dot. And I could also put something like this, special character, and then a number. So all those will be considered as one object in SQL as well as in other programming languages, because we are enclosing them all in a pair of single quotes when you're hard coding them. But once they get stored, inserted into a table in the context of our DBMS database, then you don't need to, you will insert them with a string, yeah, I mean with a pair of single quotes. There could be a couple of examples. One is inserting as hard-coded values, and then, but once they get stored there, you don't see a single quote in the table itself. What do I mean? If we go to employees table, let me go there. Employees is here. And then if you take a look at the data, and we know that the first four columns have a data type of varchar2, you notice that the values don't really show single quotes enclosing them, right? So this is 00001 Santos, Bill, Bixby. So the the text values are simply displayed as such without the pair of single quotes in them. But when you use a string as a hard-coded value, either for displaying or as a where condition, then you need to display that, enclose that string value in a pair of single quotes. Okay, there you have it. I hope you learned and got a good look and a good intro into the concept of what a string is all about in all programming languages. Okay, thank you for watching and listening. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click subscribe, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.